Time for Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. When it comes to news on 95.1 FM, weather always comes first. Expanding showers and storms are expected over the Missouri and Ohio Valley as the upper trough and cold front sweep through, leading to locally heavy rainfall exceeding an inch. A marginal risk of excessive rainfall is in effect over the Ohio Valley. Closer to home, cooler temperatures will bring improvements to minimum relative humidity values for today and tomorrow. Winds are also going to be lighter. Temperatures will start to warm along with a decrease in afternoon relative humidity values. Winds will increase on Sunday, but below critical thresholds. There's a chance for showers on Monday and Tuesday as winds increase up to 25 to 35 miles per hour those days. We'll have another look at the weather following this news. At last night's Alamogordo regular school board meeting, there was a presentation by Susan Payne of Love Inc. talking about the backpack program, specifically where it started and where it is today.
We started out with 25 bags a week. It scared the heck out of me because that was a lot of bags for us. Today we do 237 bags a week. So, and we do Alamogordo and Tularosa.
Payne went on to say that it costs around $800 a week in order to feed these kids. You can view this meeting in its entirety on the APS YouTube channel. The Village of Tularosa's regular meeting took place last night. The good news is the camera system has been installed and it looks great. The audio system, not so much.
Deborah Cooksey, Mayor, is asking for approval for all village fleet to have GPSs installed.
Approved unanimously.
Cheryl Saminoff, Construction Surveying Services, is asking for approval of a replat regarding the lot 9409 Durazno and 401 Durazno.
Approved unanimously.
Henry Prelo, individuals asking for approval for a subdivision of his property at 1003 Posey and 1005 Posey.
Approved unanimously, but the property barely passed the 6,000 square foot threshold.
Bay Ramsey, individuals asking the village to split costs for the filing of a quick claim deed regarding property given back to the village.
That's an agreement owed by the village since 1963. Approved unanimously. Following the meeting, I spoke with Mayor Cooksey, and she said the audio was going to be fixed before the next meeting. The Republican Party of Otero County has a special meeting this Thursday. We heard from Vice Chair Josh Beasley.
On February 22nd at 6 p.m., we have our regular monthly meeting. Our senators and representatives will be at our monthly meeting to host our annual legislative roundup meeting. Come on in and ask questions, find out what happened in the legislative session, the good, the bad, the not so good. Just bring your questions. Now's the time to be informed. Don't try to, hear it from the second party. Come hear it from the people. Come hear it from the representatives. That's happening on February 22nd at 6 p.m. It's a potluck dinner. Bring your favorite dish and share it with the rest of us. I've got a pretty special recipe I'm looking forward to cooking and sharing with all of you guys. So come on out and see us on February 22nd for the Legislative Roundup.
You can see the Republican Party of Otero County Facebook page for more details. Kitty City will be at the mall this Saturday along with Animal Control.
Saturday, February 24, come to the White Sands Mall to adopt your forever friends from the kitties and dogs that will be at the Kitty City adoption event. Kitty City and Alamogordo Animal Control will have both cats and dogs available for adoption. Come to the White Sands Mall from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Kathy Denton from Kitty City. The Kitty City, New Mexico Facebook page has details. The website has profiles of available cats. The virtual Otero County Democrats 2024 County Pre-Primary Convention will be called to order at noon on Sunday, February 25th. You can register to be part of that by visiting alamogordotownnews.com. After you register for the convention, you're going to receive an email with a link to join the convention. Be sure to save that email so you can be present virtually on February 25th. Animal Village NM continues to provide dog and cat food for families in need.
Thanks to our donors, we were able to provide more than 700 pounds of cat and dog food to these food banks.
Sonny Eris speaking with Crazy Radio.
In Alamogordo, contact Love Inc., 1106 Ohio Street, next to Lowe's Market. In Ruidoso, contact Lincoln County Food Bank, 138 Service Road, for times and days of operation.
More information is available by visiting animalvillagenm.com. The Tularosa Little League and T-Ball is returning after a few-year hiatus. During the rebuilding phase, the organization is seeking sponsors. I spoke with President Casey Otero.
We're needing equipment. There's a fee we have to pay to be part of the Little League Association, and then we have to pay for insurance. Obviously, there's going to be some field upkeep, other equipment for like the bases, chalk, just the miscellaneous stuff that you don't really think about. We also have to split fees for umpires, so we are looking for sponsors to kind of help get that rolling. We're going to have banners in the outfield for those who donate.
Information's available by visiting the Tularosa Little League Baseball Facebook page, Tularosa Little League Baseball at gmail.com. The Otero County Commission is accepting letters of interest for the voluntary positions for the Keep Otero County Beautiful Advisory Board. Interested applicants submit a letter stating their desire to serve. Letters of interest must be received by the Otero County Administration Office, 1101 New York, or call 575-437-7427. Keep Alamogordo Beautiful is excited to announce the relaunch of the graffiti reporting services, partnering with the City of Alamogordo Code Enforcement Department. If you see graffiti, report it by visiting keepalamogordobeautiful.org and fill out the graffiti reporting form. If you have any questions, check out keepalamogordobeautiful.org or call Code Enforcement 575-439-4375. Well, today is Thursday. It's time for a moment of inspiration from our good friend, Pastor Lauren Noble.
Good morning, 95.1 listeners. This is Pastor Lauren with our Thursday Thought. I was talking to a young person the other day who was going to graduate from the university this spring, and I could not help but to wonder what life will be like for her or any of the young people today and 40 years from now. I think about how much it has changed for me in the 40 years since I basically graduated high school, and not all of it has been for the good. I'm not so certain that social media was a big plus, nor the cell phone. And while the cell phone does have its advantages, I oftentimes get tired of being tied to it or attached to it, and text messages and phone calls, and most of which are telemarketers, and makes me just wonder what society will be like in 40 years. I obviously think about it, and in 40 years I'd be well over 100, so I likely will not be here. But I think society will be so distant from the one that I grew up in, I wouldn't recognize it at all in 40 years. But I do hope for the best for them and pray for them, and that society will keep moving on and hopefully be a good thing for them, because we certainly don't know with the way society looks today how it will be, because I kind of question what anything will be like in 40 years. Let me say a prayer for us. Lord, I do wonder what society will be like for today's young people, and the world may be a scary place, but we know that you are in control and that nothing ever catches you by surprise. And obviously some of us that will be listening to this are not even going to be here, but I do think and hope the best for them. Amen. Until we meet up again on the airwaves, blessings to you.
News from around the state in just a moment. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
Directory Plus is the right size book. It's the book if you need a phone book.
That's what just one person has to say about Directory Plus. With its red cover, features, colorful yellow pages, and lots more, it's no wonder people all over use Directory Plus.
It has so much more information. You can cross-check phone numbers or addresses or pretty much anything.
Look on the plus side, Directory Plus.
I'm a big fan of Directory Plus.
Local news from local perspectives from local voices. AlamogordoTownNews.com. Local sports, local events, and local happenings, and more. Owned and operated by Second Life Media. We are Otero County. AlamogordoTownNews.com. Heard daily on Crazy KALH Radio 95.1.
47-year-old Juan Antonio Flores of Carlsbad has been sentenced to 17 and a half years in prison. This is after he pled guilty to enticement of a minor. Flores is also tied to another Carlsbad case where a local couple was charged with creating child pornography. A search warrant on that home tied to a fetish website led the Federal Bureau of Investigation to uncover that abuse, and the DOJ says that Flores planned to participate in the child sexual abuse with that couple. Flores will have to register as a sex offender following his release from prison and will be subject to lifetime supervision. The previously mentioned couple has been sentenced to decades in prison. 19-year-old Omar Cano of Los Lunas has been charged with attempting to murder his father in Santa Fe. The victim told police his son was driving into Santa Fe when Cano pulled out a knife while driving the vehicle and was attempting to either crash the vehicle or stab his father while that vehicle was in motion. The victim told police the night before his son grabbed a firearm and threatened him as well. The Santa Fe Police Department located Cano inside the vehicle where he was asked to leave. Cano did leave the vehicle and a knife fell out, landing on the ground. Investigators collected that knife as evidence and the teenager was then transported to the Santa Fe Police Department. Cano was interviewed by police and he admitted to wanting to kill his father. He also told police he was pulling on the steering wheel so both he and his father would die. Cano has been charged with attempted murder and was booked into the Santa Fe County Jail, but he has since been released. Police officer Robert Shuttleworth of Farmington has been placed on administrative leave following his arrest on Thursday, February 15th. That arrest was performed by the San Juan County Sheriff's Office. Shuttleworth blew a blood alcohol level of .27 after almost striking another vehicle with 2 young children in his car. Folks, that's triple the allowed amount. Shuttleworth is facing charges of aggravated DWI, leaving the scene of an accident, 2 counts of driving while intoxicated with a minor in the vehicle, and failure to maintain a traffic lane. There were no reported injuries as a result of that crash. Shuttleworth's future as a police officer is pending the result of an internal investigation. An American Airlines plane was able to land back at the Albuquerque International Sunport on Tuesday afternoon following a horrifying incident. Emma Ritz, a passenger on that plane, told KOAT that a man tried to open the emergency door while in flight.
He was sitting at the emergency exit and he cracked open the window that was protecting the handle, and then he ripped down the handle where it exposed some of the emergency exit. All this wind came rushing down. Other passengers report that they felt traumatized after the incident, the wind rushing in, the drop in internal pressure. The Sunport did confirm the incident and confirmed a safe landing. The airplane was en route to O'Hare International Airport in Chicago prior to the turnaround. Both the FAA and FBI are investigating this incident, but neither entity can release any information at this time. This coming Saturday, there's going to be a Meet the Candidates event in Las Cruces. Elizabeth Winterroud spoke with KALH.
February 24th here in Las Cruces at the Game 2, 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock. We are going to have a meet and greet for some of our candidates here in Dona Ana County. Some of them, as myself, go into other counties as well.
Who all's going to be there?
Myself, Elizabeth Winterroad, Rebecca Dow, Kim Skaggs, and a newcomer to the crowd is Samantha Barncastle Salopek.
The Game 2 is located at 4131 North Rise Drive in Las Cruces. The Elizabeth Winterroud for New Mexico House District 53 Facebook page has details. Sports and weather are next. You're listening to Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
They are role models and educators. Their work requires a great deal of time and energy for very little pay. Who are these unsung heroes?
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
The simple truth about education-based athletics in New Mexico is this. Without a committed team of coaches and administrators, they just wouldn't be possible. School sports, they bring out the best in all of us. This message presented by the New Mexico Activities Association and the New Mexico Athletic Directors Association.
There are 31 games for New Mexico girls basketball today, including Hondo at Mountain Air, Cloudcroft at Capitan, and Chaparral heads to silver. There are 35 games for New Mexico varsity basketball today, including Hondo at Mountain Air, Cloudcroft at Capitan, and silver heads to Chaparral. Your Crazy Radio spot-on weather forecast for the Tularosa Basin today calls for sunny skies, winds gusting as high as 20 miles per hour, partly cloudy skies tonight, mostly sunny tomorrow. Your high today in the basin, 64, low tonight of 40, high tomorrow, 65 degrees. In Cloudcroft, sunny skies with winds gusting as high as 23 miles per hour, partly cloudy tonight, mostly sunny tomorrow. Your high today in Cloudcroft, 44, low tonight of 27, high tomorrow, 46 degrees. Local breaking news can be found on our website, alamogordotownnews.com, and you can learn more about Crazy Radio by visiting kalhradio.org. Also, check out the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel. That's where we post our daily newscasts, complete interviews, and other information which concerns everyone in the Tularosa Basin. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel if you've not done so already. That way you too can remain informed of the goings-on in the Tularosa Basin. Well, that concludes today's edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.